going through the gate? They're just kind of meandering around it, or what?
Nobody except you and McKay seems to know that there's a gate there. Nobody
Oh,
else
like
remarks on it and stuff.
But
it's
the princess said they were doing a massive ritual here, so I thought they actually
Mhm.
they had created the gate and they were bringing stuff through or going through it themselves.
Give me evidence analysis rolls.
maybe they can't see it because they're from here. I got it.
Yeah,
You're
maybe.
thinking that the ones that are here, including some of the women and children, Pete, you're thinking that they can't see it. Chris, you're
Yeah,
thinking that
they just can't see it.
this, this is like the force that is trying to, like, they're still feeding people through it, but this is the force that's got to stop you. Where the rest are going, you do not know. Or have they already gone? They've probably already gone. Maybe they've changed location that the gate goes to. Maybe it's trap gate now. You're not sure. They changed, like, instead of like happy elvish funland, they changed to surface of the sun, maybe,
Can we
for
get to the
example.
gate?
No, you got to execute a whole bunch of people first that are down there defending it, and then you can get to it.
Then we start executing.
The way the princess described it, the gate was you could actually see through the gate.
You
Because she
could
was
then.
Yeah.
You could then, but you can't now. So
Okay.
something fuckery is afoot, you think immediately.
Okay.
So, right, give me rifle shots as you help execute the indigenous people, please.
And you said there's the guy that has the weird mark on his face. He's there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can shoot his ass if you want. Or you go after one of the kids. Kids are fun. But the old guy, he's not moving as fast as the little bastards do.
And that's the leader of the elves, right?
Yeah, you're not sure. You can give me a memory roll.
He was like their ambassador, their
Got it.
elder or something.
He was the guy that was in.
McKay is quite correct. He was a elder ambassador.
Okay.
So yeah, bring me the word of peace, will you? You line up on him. There you go.
I'm gonna
This is
use
what you
the
get for
staff on
trade
him.
sanctions.
I'm going to use the staff on him.
Right. The one with two possible charges left.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow both charges.
Excellent.
Got it.
All right. You discover that one of the charges of damage goes into range because these things have shit range.
Okay.
And hence why everybody else is using rifles, but it still definitely gives him his 3 points of damage and goes,
Okay.
He doesn't like it. He bitches about the weather and young people. They shoot bows at like a huge negative and stuff because, yeah, they suck. Right. Arrows fall short of you guys. And basically, Pete, were you shooting at some of the women, children, old people?
Well, in this world, women are equal to men, so it's not like they're
Totally.
It's not like the whole thing they're helpless or anything. I assume women are shooting bows just as well as men are.
For
all those watching, I think women are equal here too.
Yes, that's why you can shoot, beat, and kill them. Oh yeah,
I'm not too sure about the whole massacring.
Well, I've heard it said that when you get to the days where you could deck a woman for the same kind of crap that you can deck a guy for, we're no longer experiencing sexism. But until don't hit a woman ever, we're still sexist bitches.
Yeah.
This is what I've heard. They should say don't hit anybody smaller than yourself, which is bad for me because I'm fatter than everybody else. So, plus the people who are smaller than you are easier. Anyway, getting on back to it. Right. Give me rifle rolls or staff roll or whatever. Chris, you end up with one staff left. It's got 5 charges. As you know, each does D12. It has shit range. So if you need more range, one of the charges gets burned for that. They're non-rechargeable. Pretty much something special that they made for this thing. After using it 3 times, as you have enough experience that pretty much all you need to pump out the volume is willpower times 3 when you're trying to use the staff thing for the last staff you've got. It's a unique thing.
So is it like negative 1 damage per 30 feet of or per range or what?
Basically, when you're going at like rifle range, which everything is, it's like 100, 200 meters, something like that, then, -1
Okay.
die off of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys, Pete, did you roll on your shooting?
No,
Would you like to wave the Australian flag at them while they get mowed down? So it's the last thing that they get to see is the glorious Australian.
no. I'm making a sand roll from the genocide of children,
Oh
etc.
yeah, that's the next thing I was going to ask for. Everybody, give me Sandy roll for horrors of war as you've been through a big battle.
Yeah, make a sand roll.
No, I didn't make it.
Ooh, it's 1 point if you make it, and you can put it toward horrors of war, and D8 if you fail, because pretty much you've seen too much.
Okay.
Cool. And then Chris, since you got 5 points, you know what that means. Willpower times 3 to avoid fight, flight, and freak.
Oh, just missed my *3.
Right. Roll D6, fight, flight, freak.
I start just mowing people down.
Right. When you snap out of it, given the doctor's history, you have a necklace of fingers. Yay! McKay just shakes his head looking at you. Chris is like got blood like this, and he's got the necklace of fucking fingers. He's like holding like a fucking sharpened jawbone or something. He's like, Fortunately, the Elvish kids aren't around to have nightmares of this forever. Remember when we used to have our people? They all both look at Doc Fulton. Yeah. Oh yeah, Doc Fulton he went off for a while, but the soldiers they like your restraint. They're scared of your squire a bit because none of that. They're just like, okay, we have to shoot them to make our town say. Why is he cutting off that guy's fingers and laughing? Oh, that's not. Well,
because I clearly would have pulled my sword at that point and started just going to town.
Into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they just eventually it became like where nobody was firing and he was just chopping into them, and they're all just kind of like
with the sound of vomiting from some of the soldiers.
Quite possibly, yeah. Like he's got like he's been playing in blood and shit like that, and eventually they just wait, and he comes back over and stands next to you, and he's like.
I'm assuming they're building a funeral pyre for this.
Exactly. Yeah, they're pretty much. You get asked very discreetly if you could kind of keep an eye on him for a bit.
So, are you going to be keeping those, Doc, or do you want to add that to the funeral pyre?
Keeping what?
Your necklace.
I'll keep it for now. I'm gonna go over to the gate.
Just remember, if they animate, they may attempt to strangle you.
What are they gonna do? Finger me to death?
Well,
everybody needs a good fingering.
I'm gonna go over to the gate and see what I can ascertain from it up close.
Yes. Once finished helping with the pyre, I was going to check out the gate as well.
No worries. Well, you both of you get okay. Pete, would you like to try analyze magic as well?
Yeah. So did someone teach you some weird ability to work out how these things work, or is this just something you've picked up?
I actually started because you could start your character with skills that your character had. The doc had analyzed magic in the past as a skill, so I kept it.
I asked about analyze magic and got told no.
Did you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Because I had a quite high. I had a quite high.
Oops.
At like 80 or 90 or something.
Pete, if you fail your analyze magic roll, no problem. If you fail your analyze magic roll, then Chris try to make a teaching roll to get him a check. Since you've made yours.
No. Teaching. What the hell is this teaching stuff?
Point stuff out that you're picking up from it. Yeah, that's right. All good.
Pete, take an extra refill because Logan fucked up. Yay! Done.
That's all right.
Okay. I love I love the cards. They help me apologize. Fox saying and flowers say with a refill.
I mean, I could make sense not having the skill anyway. It made sense to me anyway, so I didn't mind. Yeah, it's probably not going to be useful. We don't need that at the moment. Gambling you didn't want gambling addiction or anything?
No. Doctor? Well, I have a drive car and I have a skill 10. So if you have anything, oh, you already tossed them all.
Well, I was about to toss the next 2 cards as well. So I've got crap. I've got motorcycle plus 20 and gambling addiction.
All right, toss them.
So yeah, I had rubbish.
Motorcycle.
And operate heavy machinery and other assorted really useful cards for this place. All right, let's see. Victory, clogging greed, reroll, nada, library research, and dissemination.
Wow,
that's a bit better.
Yeah. You could disseminate a couple more cards into Chris's. Are disseminations where you can give him 2 cards and then refill your hand?
Yes, it is.
It actually would be better if instead you do that, you give me the dissemination. I'll disseminate the plus 10 into your hand, and then I'll get a full refill.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yep, even better.
Card play. For those listening, this is good card play. They've had experience. It seems to be a gate, and it seems that its destination has been recently changed. However, you're thinking that it's not a fuck you type gate. It's just they changed it. Well, it could be considered a fuck you type gate. I'm not sure. It depends on what you think of it, but it's not like to the surface of the sun or something, because that is not playing fair for Logan. Because there's no way to like scout out gates and shit. So pretty much, unlike in like Call of Cthulhu and shit, where you go through and you die. No, I'm not doing that.
We're on we're on Mercury without spacesuits.
Yeah. That's just kind of too much fuck you. So, but it doesn't go to wherever the elves went. Some of them got away to no doubt spread the stories of horror and war, and the others died here to defend the gate while whatever it was doing was doing. But you're thinking that it's also with your analyze magic at half, you're thinking that it's a Dora type gate again.
Okay.
As opposed to a BF gate, background folk gate, as it used to be. That's as close as they could probably get to turning it off. But as the GM, I will tell you, yes, I'm ready for you to go through it. If you'd like to go through it, I have plans. Or you could stay here and live out your days comfortably in the Australian embassy and show off your new necklace of fingers. Become a local warlord.
I have post-traumatic stress.
Of course you do.
I'm going to pop that one right now and see what kind of craziness I do.
Okay.
Oh, no, wrong one. And I think that's flight.
Flight. Yep, flight. He leaps through the gate, Pete.
Assumably I try and grab him as he's leaping through and miss, so then I go after him.
Excellent. And it's end of mission for that prestige mod. Go ahead and discard as many cards as you'd like. Chris, take an extra card for being the fucking Muppet jumping through the gate. And go ahead and refill your hands out. Well, first, Chris, take a card. Then discard as many as you want. Then both of you refill your hand. And I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
I do, but it's a oh cruel fate. The bad guy, the GM's choice, gets 4 cards.
Oh, okay. Glad it's at the end of the end of the mod.
Yeah.
How are you going for hero points?
I have 19.
Beautiful.
And I have 25 overflow.
Oh, lovely. All right. Then I won't pass you the clogging greed as you have heaps more.
I just picked up another one too.
Oh, okay.
And you have a victory, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so that puts me up to there, and that puts, okay, sweet. 20. And that puts me to 29.
4, 5. Up to 20 and 1 over. Prestige mod is still 3 pos, isn't it? Not like
yeah.
Just confirm with Logan he hasn't changed it or anything.
What?
Prestige mission is still 3 hero
That's
points at the end.
3 pos. 3 pos, yeah. But if you get prestige only victories, you can use those.
Yeah. No, didn't get anything like that. Just confirming it was still 3, wasn't different.
Now, it's just the potential for more happy fun time.
Yeah.
What a great time to get some post-traumatic stress disorder. Gotta like that.
Hey, my cannon skill goes up.
By
huge amounts.
Nope.
Good news for Chris. Your post-traumatic stress disorder will wear off by the time you appear in the next scene. Yeah, put something in. Yeah. Yes.
That's so awesome.
What's it? Oh, nice.
The
anyway, good news.
Definitely wants me to be a wizard.
Good news and bad news on this next module too.
All right. So with skill ups, with stat ups, you roll the 2d6 first.
Yep.
Yeah, because managed to gain a writing skill, so learning. Nope.
Okay.
And I've got a reroll, so I'll use it. Nope. I think I'm ever going to get a skill. I've never rolled 7 in all the times I've had learning.
Just blow through a bunch of pods. You'll get it eventually.
Nah.
Well, keep working on getting the overage pause.
Yeah, I'm up to 3.
Ooh.
4.
Willpower. Yes, and then I gotta fail times 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Not like that.
Essence. Oh, look at that.
You'll be a wizard someday.
And of course, I crit that.
Though. Yeah. Well, how high is your essence?
18.
You're not gonna get it higher. Yeah. I would not spend pause on that shit. No.
Oh no.
No. 18. No, that's really good.
I'm going to go make coffee right quick. I will be back. Like 5 minutes.
It's break time. Or for Pete, break dance time.
And where are we up to? That's done.
I'm waiting for my food to ding in the microwave because, you know.
So I'll go grab something as soon as I've finished skill ups.
Mm-hmm.
Now I roll really well. And what am I up to? Did that, up to that. 2.
It's funny. I put up a picture of some cheese sticks that were really awesome that I'd eaten. And they have instructions like share with friends, have with a nice glass of wine, and Holt's like you probably eat it like a lion eating a gazelle, and I'm like, yes, it's true. Gosh.
And I think that is it. Yes. Did we get any Sen rewards for repelling the invaders?
It kind of got balanced a bit because, you know, you did genocide the indigenous people.
Yeah, but we did have to make a Sen roll for that.
True. I'll give both of you guys a D4 for stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. I'm up to 98.
God damn it, Pete. Yes, well, nothing phases Joshua McKay. Meanwhile, everybody else go crazy.
Well, the biggest Sen loss I had in the old game was from book reading and gaining Cthulhu Mythos, which permanently tapped down my Sen. So
good news, I'm not using that shit here because
no, that's right.
It's the whole Cthulhu Mythos thing was just a limiter to try to get people to be able to use less of the spells, but their spells were super unbalanced and super powerful.
Yeah. Depending on what you got. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There was some really weak soft spells, but I mean in general it's like what?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? So, but yeah, since I've got a different way of doing the whole spell thing and stuff because I've noticed that people don't roll crits on their spells very often or really use their spells trying to get up to better spells. They're not like really remembering to roll all their spells every adventure to get checks, which is kind of a shame for them. But because it's inconvenient to become a wizard, not everybody is, which is fine.
Yeah. Well, depends on what they're doing. I think some people are finding some of the stuff about them useful in that, but
well, like the extinguished flame, I'd be trying to put out a candle every day until I got checking that bitch. You know, it's like there's always candles somewhere.
Excuse me. Well, I was practicing trying to do it in the prisoner world.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there it's just harder to cast spells and shit, though.
Yeah.
I've told them what I think your reaction will be. So we'll see if I'm correct or not.
All right, I've got about 2 useful cards, a retrieve, reroll, skill plus 10.
Chris Tacos?
Hold on. I have a shit.
Play play immediately, huh?
Everyone but you discards all their cards immediately. No trading.
Oh, well. Them's the tricks. Do the reroll and the retrieve. All right.
I was just imagining somebody else retrieving that. Yeah, fuck you people. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so okay, ready to start? You guys go through it turns out to be a one-way gate, and materialize in the back of a huge throne room. The styles are a strange mix of Gothic and Baroque. The main colors here are black, gray, and red. Everyone seems to be looking at you in a less than friendly way. All of them seem to be desiccated, armored corpses with skin like leather, stretched over bone. Mostly, there's still bone showing, with glowing red eyes. Everybody's wearing medieval-style chainmail. Some have swords and shields, others have halberds and daggers. Upon their tabards and surcoats is a white skull with green flaming eyes facing upon a black background. Please give me sanity rolls. This goes toward Lich.
Got it.
1 point if you make it, D8 if you fail. You can definitely tell they're still alive, by the way. So 1 point if you make it, goes towards Lich. And along the sides of the red carpet, leading from where you are currently standing at the end of it toward the throne, you see lining the walls are a whole bunch of kind of similar looking creatures, but instead of green flaming eyes, they have red flaming eyes. Give me sanity rolls. This goes toward Death Knights or Lich if Death Knight isn't specified. It's a different kind of undead horribleness. And it's 1/D8 for these.
Yeah,
Logan,
don't
eat a dick.
The red carpet leads from where you are toward a throne. The carpet stops about 3 meters short of stairs, which eventually lead up to a throne. Shiny marble floors show where the carpet is not. A gaunt individual wrapped tightly in rune-inscribed bandages with dark eyes like piss holes in the snow says, "Greetings, I am the Herald. Would you like some Fa King assistance with Fa King etiquette or just prefer to be decapitated?"
I'm going to roll my etiquette. I fumble.
Chris exposes his genitalia to the creature. It looks at it. Impressive, it says.
I crit my etiquette.
You slap Chris around for a while. This seems to help soothe the situation. Chris's necklace of finger bones seems to be the only thing that's keeping him from being decapitated. They appear to like it. Please put away your genitalia before meeting the Fa King.
Okay.
It appears that there's at least a couple hundred undead guards in here.
Ruby, I says, I open up with my shotgun. No, I am joking.
Yeah, you've still got all that shit. You don't know if it'll work here, but you still got it. It appears it'll take several minutes to get close to the throne. The Herald does not seem to be in any hurry. The walls are literally crammed with glowing red eyes and undead guards. Menace oozes around you. The oddly wrapped individual with you seems professional and much more polite than genital shower. You're going at a very slow walk. The creature with you says, "Thank you for visiting Fa. Which kingdom, realm, dimension, plane, or onset do you represent?"
Earth.
Dimension?
No idea.
Can
I give a planar roll, Logan?
You have planar? Oh, yeah, you do. Give me go for that check and learn.
Nope, didn't get it.
Great. Okay. Right. And your names you would like announced?
Dr.
By the way,
James
you can give me. Very well. And you, sir?
Joshua McKay.
Very good, sir. You can give me empathy rolls at -10. It's hard to tell. It's a bit desiccated.
Nope. No idea.
Hold on.
The corpses along the wall, the undead along the wall with the green glowing eyes, do they also have the surcoats of the white skull with the green flaming eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
And all of them are animated.
Yeah. But I mean, so there's ones with green, red, glowing red eyes, ones with glowing green eyes, but they all have the same surcoats on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Did anybody make their empathy roll?
Yeah.
It's acting as though you showed up on purpose.
Okay.
And right. He says, would you like instruction in the etiquette before we arrive?
Please, as I have no idea what to do here.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Basically, he's going to instruct you in it. To save time, I'll tell you what's happening, and you can tell me if you object to any part of the etiquette, which does, in fact, involve licking the floor at some point. But when you get closer, he announces, Mr. Dr. James Fulton, Mr. Joshua McKay from Earth, unknown dimension. Eventually you get there, and then the royal sprinkler approaches the king, who is slumped in his chair, to receive instructions. The king murmurs something to the sprinkler. The sprinkler then walks by you on the you're like at the end of the red carpet, and the sprinkler walks by sprinkling something on the floor from a pot. And then you continue to advance and eventually are allowed to prostrate yourselves and lick the floor. If you survive, then you may stand up and back onto the carpet. It's a good way of finding out if the king would like to see you or not. If you drop dead from poison, you know that the king is not interested in receiving you at this time. Would you like to lick? All right. And Joshua McKay, would you like to lick the floor?
Sure.
Great. Yeah. Fortunately, it's for both of you guys, the king seems curious. It's nifty, tasting, minty stuff as opposed to fast-acting, painful poison or spider webs or something like that.
Is the king also undead?
No, the king appears to be a fat human. I will give you more details in a bit. Then you get to take the stance. It is super uncomfortable because you have one foot way forward, the other foot way back, and your arms are kind of up like you're getting ready to hold a globe. This is a super difficult to act quickly from stance. And it's kind of like you're like a warped saguaro cactus. You were also briefed in your etiquette briefing by the guy who's now backed off and is standing in the background doing the announcing. The Royal Herald is who that is. That breaking the stance shows you would like to fight the king's royal guards immediately, or that the king has dismissed you. Holding this stance for a while is painful. For both of you, you get a choice between either an endurance roll or willpower times 5 as the king decides what to say and shit.
Willpower.
Yeah, if you fail it, just collapsing on the floor may just get you a good kicking as opposed to killing.
I go with willpower times 5.
Great. Both of you made it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You notice that when you get closer to the throne, in addition to the fat human-looking king, on one side are 6 things with desiccated corpses with a greasy feel, green glowing eyes, and they seem to pound upon your mental shields with this disinterested gazes. Fortunately, I already had to do sanity rolls for them, and so it's basically 13 things. Give me either occult lore or if you have monster lore or something like that.
Monster lore. Nope.
Crit on occult lore.
Okay. The ones with red glowing eyes are death knights. These are liches. The only real difference is Death Knights like sword, shield, attack, hack. Liches cast spells. Nasty, nasty spells. And Liches also have something called a phylactery, which is their soul jar that they've probably hidden somewhere. So even if you kill them, they will be fucking back later. Unless you find their phylactery and fuck it up. Mm-hmm. On the throne itself is a rather fat, unhappy-looking human dressed in some sort of motley riot of colors with different fabric types and strange mismatched jewelry that seems to be mainly made of bone. He is announced as Loomsy, King Lich of Fa, Scourge of the Living, Grandmaster Necromancer, Keeper of the Squid of Doom, all-time champion of Dragon Poker, Master of Time, Space, and Kazoo playing, certified slave whipping instructor, licensed ale taster, and innocent of all charges. Then they play a short bit of trumpet music. The king looks at you guys and stares at you for a super long, awkward time, and eventually says, balls. At that point, a servant comes in with a large covered platter. He bows, and another servant uncovers the dome top, revealing a stack of balls. They stand to one side as the king rises and picks up a ball. Several of the green, glowing-eyed people off to the sides of the throne either close or roll their eyes briefly. The king then begins to attempt to throw and hit you guys with the balls as you're standing in this super awkward position. Would anybody like, the balls appear to be like soft rubber or something. Would anybody like to attempt to dodge?
I'll try to catch.
You're going to move?
Mm-hmm.
The guy did specify if you move from this position, other than perhaps collapsing to the floor, you are challenging the royal guard.
If it comes to me, I'll catch it.
All right. Let's see if he gets anywhere close.
If one of them comes close to my head, I'll try and catch it in my mouth.
Oh, wow. I want a fucking bite roll. One does. Chris, he cannot even fucking come close to hitting you. It's rather fucking sad.
Nope.
All right. It bounces off your head. Right. Once the king has managed to hit you, he grunts, waves off the ball tray, and resumes his seat. Give me psychology rolls as you try to figure out what is happening. If you can tell me without the psychology roll, I'll give you a refill as to why he's doing this.
Besides the fact it looks like he's bored, maybe he's making sure that we're not ghosts or that we're solid.
Some kind of dominance.
Pete, take a refill. He was trying to make sure you are real and not just a figment of his broken imagination.
He's fallen so far. Too much sitting on the throne.
I need both of you to give me a luck roll and tell me who gets the worst.
Luck.
Me.
So it's Chris. Great. He's doing the super uncomfortable long eye contact, and then he says, "Poopies. Bring forth the groom of the stool. Bring forth the groom of the stool. Bring forth the groom of the stool." Trumpeters then sound off. A whole group of people come in from the left. 4 are carrying a padded box with a hole in the top. They then set the box down before the throne, then move up to the throne and carefully lift the monarch, who does not change position. Attendants hold a white cloth before his stomach. You can tell others are lowering his pants, but the white cloth keeps you from getting a look at his penis. They then bring him over the box with the hole in it and carefully set him atop it. He is now taking a long, slow shit, making super freaky, uncomfortable eye contact with the guy he missed with the ball. He's just staring at him. Eventually, while he's making strange faces, bring forth the royal cleaner. And that gets wiped. Bring forth the royal inspector and dietitian. The poop is inspected and then taken away in a covered bowl. The king is then repantsed, then reseated upon the throne. He says, "I'm glad you are here to assist me with the festival. It has been too long since we have had outside judges. You shall be my guests and stay in the palace until under the guest of High Gel. The festival tomorrow. The day after, we shall incur. Dorwood! Summon the Royal Dorwood second class! Summon the Royal Dorwood second class! Summon the Royal Dorwood second class! I heard you, goddammit! Eventually, a kind of youngish, zombie-looking lady is brought in. It's clear that she's dead, but she's not doing bad for being dead. The king says, "They shall be my guests for 3 days under the royal high gel. They can have full run of the castle areas. Tomorrow," he tells the Royal Dorward second class, who does not look pleased to have to deal with you assholes. "Tomorrow, they must assist me in the festival, and the day after they shall attend to me for the incursion. Comfort and fed," he says. The Dorward second class prostrates herself until the king loses interest, and the herald signals her to get up. She then rises and signals for you guys to follow her.
I follow her.
What kind of shit have you gotten yourself into, Pete? You notice the doctor is just going...
Yep. Do you have any retrieve cards or anything like that, Chris? I've just got an Insta hero, that's all. Whether or not you want to snatch it up.
It does amuse me that I have Rhino hiding right now. It kind of fits with the theme going on, Logan.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought you'd enjoy this. Oh, it gets worse. The Dorward then takes you guys up.
I'm waiting.
The Dorward takes you guys up and downstairs and through long, drafty corridors, many of which are populated by windows that have the tattered drapes that inexplicably blow inward, that young women with consumption can flee down and stuff while singing 1980s rock lyrics. They're not here singing these things. But it looks like in the castle, it looks like a lot of it is super crumbling. Like here, a chair leg's been replaced with a scroll tube. There, an ornate frame is just lays crumbled on the unswept ground. You walk past once magnificent tapestries now partially eaten or replaced with spider webs and dirt. "Where the floor?" says the Dorward. She points out a gaping, irregular pit in the hallway and gives it a wide berth. She's going around it.
Things on the rundown side here.
Yeah.
She glances at you like, "Give me empathy rolls."
It's probably something we shouldn't say out loud. Got it.
Yep.
She definitely gave McKay the "shut the fuck up before I kill your ass" look. She's not a happy bunny. Looking down into the hole as you pass, or does anybody not wish to examine what's in the pit as you pass? It looks like part of the hallway is just flown away. And okay, you can see a zombie in a maid's outfit sweeping out parts of the floor in the room below.